Well, hello today. I have a new recipe to share with you that is newer to our household, and it is so good. I'm excited to show you this. It's called Jalapeno Popper Chicken Soup. Oh, it is good. So flavorful. Let me show you what we have. I'm going to make it all in one pot. I have my little cast iron pot here. I have 8 ounces of bacon, diced up. I have a medium yellow onion. It calls for a large green pepper, but this is what I had, so I have yellow and red. I've got 2 tablespoons of finely diced jalapenos here. I have a teaspoon of salt and 4 garlic cloves in here. Then I have a 1/4 cup of flour, 4 cups of chicken broth. That's better than bouillon roasted chicken broth. I have 2 cups of whole milk, 4 ounces of cream cheese softened and cut into cubes, and then 2 cups of chicken, a cup of shredded cheese. Now they want you to use cheddar, but I'm using that 3 cheese. I guess they call it a Mexican blend. I'm not quite sure. Here's my chicken. I have some cans of chicken I want to use up in my pantry, so I'm using 2 cans of this, and it's they're 5 ounces a can, and that's going to be enough chicken. One thing I like to do, especially if you're a newer cook, is teach you how to adapt a recipe to your taste, and that's what I did with this one. Some people are going to want a whole lot more jalapenos in here. In fact, I have a tablespoon of jalapenos in the back waiting to be added if I need them. I changed the cheese. You can alter things. I added black pepper, and it's not in the recipe. What I do is I make it, then I taste it, and then I adjust. As you can see, my bacon is browning, but I want to show you my bacon. When I find something that I just really love as a product, I want to show you about it. And it's called Indiana Kitchen. It went away during COVID, and I was afraid it wasn't going to come back. I asked a butcher at my local store, and that's her favorite bacon too, but it did come back. But I still buy a couple pounds every once in a while to make sure. Indiana Kitchen, it is not real salty. It is just a good tasting bacon, like I remember bacon being. So if you can get a hold of Indiana Kitchen, they don't have the thick slice anymore, which was very nice, but if you can, give that one a try. And besides the cheap generic bacon they carry, this is the next lowest price, and it is so good. You know, I've done all the high name ones, but this is really good. If you can get it, Indiana Kitchen. Okay, my bacon is browned, so I'm going to remove this and put it in a separate bowl and then saute the veggies. Okay, I'm adding my onions, my peppers, my jalapenos. Remember, that's 2 tablespoons. My garlic and salt. Get in there. And I left the bacon fat in there. There wasn't that much, but you gotta love a recipe where you cook with the bacon fat, I tell you. So I'm gonna cook this about 5 minutes under medium heat. I also did the bacon under medium heat. I'm gonna even put on my timer. There. About 5 minutes. You're gonna soften all this up. Okay, it's been 5 minutes. And it's softened up nicely, so now I'm adding the chicken broth. Remember, I use better than bouillon roast chicken. That's 2 cups. And I'm putting in the milk. Oh no. I was supposed to put the flour on this and coat it, so I'm going to do that now before I go any further. You can tell I've only made this several times. What you wanted to do was put the flour in and coat the vegetables with it, but we'll be okay. I don't think Martin's going to complain. In fact, he won't even know. So remember, you saute those vegetables, then you add the flour, stir it around, make sure the vegetables are coated with the flour, then you add the broth and the milk. Now we're going to bring this to a boil under medium heat. As you can see, it's just coming to a boil over medium heat. I'm now going to lower the temperature to a medium low. and let it simmer about 10 minutes or until it's thickened. Well, it's been 10 minutes and it's thickened up a bit. I don't know how thick you want it. I have to the side here some cornstarch, should I want it thicker. I use flour in the first place, but cooking it kind of takes away the taste of flour. So if I want to thicken it some more, I'm going to use cornstarch because you don't have that issue. Now I'm stirring in the cream cheese. You have that little chunk, so I'm kind of putting it in separate. Then we're going to be coming up to the tasting part pretty soon, where you can tweak it as you wish. You know, green chilies would probably be good in here too. There. I'm even going to use my whisk a little to get the cream cheese worked in there. So I'm whisking it a little because you see you still have some chunks of cream cheese in there. I want that all incorporated. See, there's some more. So I'm going to whisk it just a little bit more. Then I'm adding the rest of my ingredients pretty much. Then I'm tweaking. That looks good. So now I'm adding the chicken. And I'm adding the bacon. You're supposed to put 3/4 of the bacon in because you're going to serve it on top when you serve it. Yeah. I'll save a couple things back for when I serve and show you what they mean. Now you're going to cook this until the bacon and the chicken are heated through. It'll take only about a minute. Then we're going to start tasting. The recipe also calls for adding the cheddar a little later, but I'm adding now. I'm adding probably 3/4 of the cup, and then I'm going to taste it. That's as thick as I want it. I am going to add a few more jalapenos. I'm not going to go overboard. Another 1/2 tablespoon. That is so good. This is supposed to serve 4, but I think you can get more than 4 servings unless this is all you're eating. Let me let this get warm all together. They can get to know each other. For me, the 3/4 cup of cheese was enough. Now you can add a little to the top of your soup when you serve it, but I do like the taste of a little bit of black pepper. Just a little bit. And this is done. It is perfect. It is so tasty. Martin's not a big soup fan, but he sure likes this. Let me serve some up for you. This is just a beautiful soup. Like I said, you can make it thicker if you like, hotter if you like, less hot if you like. Now this would be how you'd serve it fancy pants. Put some on the top with a little cheese. When we first had it, we used crushed up tortilla chips, but I like some of these. Oh yeah, that's all set. Give this one a try. It is worth it. If we have any left, I'll freeze it, but give this one a try. I think you'll like it. Till next time, bye-bye.